Welcome artists to this video. We're going to be drawing the human figure muscles from the front view. So what I have over on the right of your screen is a reference, and we are going to be drawing that, and then I'm going to show you step by step on how we add in each muscles. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is draw the head so I can get proportions for the figure, and I'm going to do that by drawing a circle. And then I will take about 1/3 of that circle and drop that down for the chin. All right, so now we have the head, and I'm gonna draw a straight vertical line down. This here is where I'm gonna measure the length. So I'm gonna do that by taking 8 head lengths to get the length of the body. So I'll go down 7. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now that we have that, we can kind of sketch in just a basic shape of where the body's gonna go. So I'll go down 1/4 here. This will be where the neck is, and then I'll go about 1 head length over, and this is where the outside of the shoulder is gonna be, and 1 head length over and this side of the shoulder. So I'll put in circles here, and then I will do a 1/2 a head length over, and this is where the side of the body is going to be, and it's going to go down to, well, the ribs is going to go to the second one here. So I'll kind of just draw in some lines there, and then the armpit will be about the second head down. So I can kind of sketch in the body there, and then the wrist, or the elbow is going to be right here at the second one. So I can create a dot there, and I'll end up erasing these in a moment. And then we can do the next one dot down is going to be the wrist. So that's vertical here, and we'll connect those. And then we can do the pelvis. So that's going to be right here above the second line, and we'll connect those in here. Let's go ahead and draw the feet now underneath here. So I'll draw kind of a simple triangle to represent the feet, and then the knees will be here, and then the hips will be here, right underneath that. So let's just connect those down. All right, so that's the basic form, the basic size of the body. And now we can go ahead and draw in the muscles. So I'm going to create a new layer here. And we can start by doing the neck and the shoulders, the outside there. All right, so now let's go ahead and do the biceps, or sorry, actually the deltoids. So the deltoids, or I have video tutorials of all these muscles separately, so if you want to reference them one by one, you can. So take a look at Knowledge Maven's channel for that. All right, so that one is kind of a triangle in a way, and it comes down here. Underneath that, we have the bicep, which you won't entirely see the muscle separate because that's under the deltoid, but we will see the main bicep here. And then here we have the chest muscles, the pectoralis, and that, actually let's go ahead and draw the collarbone because the pectoralis attaches to that. So here is kind of the collarbone, and the pectoralis comes around and down and then connects to the sternum. And same thing here, around and down, up and to the armpit, up here to the shoulder, and then right along that clavicle. So that is our pectoralis muscles. And then we have the Sternocleidomastoid, which is the neck muscles that come from the side all the way down to the clavicle. So we'll draw that in. Those two lines kind of curve in. And then behind here we have the trapezius. Whoop, that's a little bit too dramatic. Depending on the muscle definition. It's probably not too visible on most people, but it is visible there. All right, so on this third one is going to be the bottom of our pelvis. So let's go ahead and draw kind of a U shape here. Now the pelvis is going to be right here, and then the bottom of the pelvis is going to be down here. So for example, we're gonna draw in the Rectus Abdominis right here in the center. And then some definition lines here. So there's one on the bottom, there's one in the middle, and then you can do some different shapes. I kind of like to do a V. So there is our ab muscles, and then our oblique muscles attach in here about like this. And they also attach down here at the pelvis. And then there's some definition lines here we can add. And then right here is our Latissimus Dorsi. So that's kind of a little muscle in the back that we can see. And then now we can do the arm muscles. And first let's start with kind of the shape. It's almost like a drumstick here. And depending on how the arm is twisted, we're going to do this in two. So first one we have, I'm going to do the Brachioradialis, which attaches to the radius, and that's going to be the front one here. And then the back one here is the extensors. And so now I'll just draw on a hand. All right, so let's go ahead and do that on the other side. So I just kind of draw a little drumstick here. And then there's two parts. There's the Brachioradialis, which is on the inside, and then the extensors on the outside. And then I'll draw a hand. All right, so now we can move on to the leg muscles, and I'll start here with this outside one, and this is called the Tensor Fasciae Latae, and that connects to the IT band. It goes down to the side of your knee. And then we have the Sartorius, which wraps around the front of your leg and goes to the inside of your knee. You should be able to see that a little bit better than when I'm showing it here. About like that, so. And then we have this muscle coming up from there up to the middle called the Gracilis. So this is the femoral triangle, and this is where all the adductor muscles are. And we're not going to draw those because really all you're going to see is the tendon right there, depending on the position of your figure. All right, so now that I have those muscles in, we can draw Rectus Femoris, which is one of the bigger quadricep muscles. On each side of that muscle, we have another muscle. So this is getting kind of hard to see. On each side, we have the Vastus Medialis, which is right here, and the Vastus Lateralis, which is on the outside. So they're going to be hard to see, but they are there. So let me bring this one in a bit. Right in there. So I know that that's not too definition, probably drawn my figure a little too small. All right, now we have the lower legs to kind of finish out, and we can kind of do that similar drumstick technique. So on the inside here, think of this as this line here in the middle as your tibia, and then on this side, on the inside, is our calf muscles. So we'll do that on each side here. Probably need to change the size of our feet. All right. And then we'll do the outside muscle over here, and that is called the Extensor Digitorum. And that's the outside muscle. And then we have one muscle here that right down here in front, Tibialis Anterior. So right down here in front, Tibialis Anterior. All right, so that's really the muscles on the front view. We will do another video for the back view, but this is kind of in summary of the muscles that I've done in tutorials. I've done each muscle group, so make sure you can check those out if you want more specifics on this one. Hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what muscles are included in the front view. So make sure you subscribe so you can check out my future videos where I'm going to do other anatomy and figure drawing. So I can't wait to share those with you, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.